It's getting to a point where it is almost laughable how bad the Pittsburgh Steelers have been at retaining quarterbacks, as today, Russell Wilson has signed a 1 year deal with the New York Giants, opting to leave Pittsburgh, and that leaves the only options being Mason Rudolph, Aaron Rodgers, or a draft pick, right? Which I don't care what anybody says. Steelers fans, I know we've been negative, but like I'm gonna let's lock in for a second here. Two other people, two other fan bases, like we are being memed, we are being clowned, we are being laughed at because of like we just can't get this shit right. And every year it's a different quarterback, and now we're in the position that we're in. So like other franchises, they be getting their shit off. But I know for a fact that we're going to be good, right? Even if it's Mason Rudolph, I'll say if Mason Rudolph plays, it's not, Mike Tomlin winning season, but I can guarantee at least 7. Well, I guarantee we'll have at least 7 wins with Mason Rudolph next year because one, we have this fantastic defense. We always do this. It doesn't matter who plays quarterback. We got 8 wins with Mason and Duck playing in one season. We will be okay. Like nobody else seems to think so. It's funny. We will be okay though, right? In the short term. But in the long term, it's pretty hard as a fan not to be concerned about it because once again, this is going to be our 6th different starting quarterback in like the span of 2 to 3 years. Now, given the context, because like let's really talk about it, let's really pod. We're here, we're 3 minutes into the video. We can actually talk about it. All of the options that have left, you can make an argument as to why, it just wasn't going to work out anyway, like including Russell Wilson. We were pretty negative on the guy, whether he got scapegoated or not. Also, he was beefing with Arthur Smith. He was doing audibles and shit. He didn't really want to use the middle of the field. That's on him. But Russell Wilson, like, I just don't think he was really the answer anyway. In the short term, like, he maybe could have got off a season. Like, that's what we were hoping for. We were hoping he had something left in the tank. But as far as, like, the guy, I don't think he was really the answer. If he wanted to play multiple years, I don't think he was bad enough to really just be like, fuck it. But the Steelers, low key, were just like, fuck it, Russ. Like, go do what you want to do. Like, we want you, wink, like we in a way, like, but if we find a better option, we're 100% taking it. So like we didn't necessarily care about Russell Wilson either. So that is what it is. Justin Fields, a lot of people have their reservations about the guy. I think there's potential there. I think we should have kept him. Now we are clowns about it, and I'll get to that in a second. I think maybe we could have kept Justin Fields. But he has improved it. We can be honest about it now. He's off the team. Like in Chicago, he was doing his thing, I guess. Like he had the highlight plays in Pittsburgh. I really think there was a chance. I really think that there was potential. But as far as like it actually spanning for a winning season, as far as it actually spanning for like a guy who can like win a playoff game, and we certainly can't, the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? But as far as like a guy who can win you a playoff game, like it just hadn't been shown yet, and that's what we're trying to get to. So like Justin Fields, I guess he leaves, he maybe wasn't the answer, right? So like Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and we go back to Mason Rudolph, who's now back on the team. We don't really got to talk about that. Kenny Pickett, it was his time to get out of Pittsburgh. Like I get he won us the championship. A lot of you guys think he stinks. He might, it is what it is. That's my guy though. I'm a big Pitt fan, right? 2021 ACC champions, him and Jordan Addison. I don't know why the Vikings haven't called. You want to make Kenny Pickett good again? I'm telling you, put him on the Vikings, and like him and Addison are gonna eat. Anyway, but Kenny Pickett, come on, like that wasn't the answer either. Mitchell Trubisky stinks. I don't know why we even signed the guy, but like these are all quarterbacks who like aren't the answer. So I guess it makes sense, get him off the team. But shit, like this is what's crazy. We will keep Matt Canada for 3 to 4 years, right? Like we will just let him be ass and just continue it out, continue out, continue it out. But the Steelers, bro, we are being real ruthless with the quarterback position. Once again, we told Russell Wilson, hey man, if you want to go out and get a different deal, go out and get a different deal. Like we're not gonna, double down on it, triple down on it. Like go ahead, go ahead, walk. And he walked and he went to New York. They now have him and Jameis Winston. They were also allegedly competing with us, for Aaron Rodgers. And I've talked about that before. Like for Aaron, it makes and the Giants themselves, I'm low-key glad they went with Russell Wilson because for Aaron Rodgers, we should not be competing with the New York Giants in terms of like the context and like, can we be fucking for real? What were the Giants going to do with Aaron Rodgers and what was Aaron Rodgers going to do with the Giants? No offense to either person, like no offense to the Giants or Aaron Rodgers, but like that mix, it just didn't make sense. And like if we're in the position now to the Steelers need a quarterback, so I'm gonna be tight about another team trying to like backdoor us and get the quarterback that we need, especially when they don't need that quarterback. They low key don't need Russ either, but both like Russ is just trying to get paid at this point. Like, he's trying to prove it or whatever. And the Giants, they're just like, fuck it, we'll worry about quarterback later. Like we just signed Daniel Jones for that much money. Clearly, we're not really good at this thing either. So like let's just get Russ, hold it down for now, and then maybe next year we'll draft, top 5 and get a quarterback that way. Like no lie, That makes sense for the Giants. But Aaron Rodgers, first of all, if Aaron Rodgers went to the Giants, and I don't know why I'm going so hard about this, but the Giants, it pissed me off with that shit. If Aaron Rodgers went to the Giants, all them coaches are getting fired. The GM's probably going. You're bringing in, crazy players, not crazy, but like you're acquiring a lot of players that Aaron Rodgers likes. Like you're acquiring like these random trade moves that maybe you don't even need. But fuck it, we got to get Randall Cobb on the team, Like, we got to get Alan Lazard, That is exactly what Aaron Rodgers was going to do to the Giants, just like he just did to the Jets. So it's good that Aaron Rodgers isn't in a team like the New York Giants at this point. Not too much on the Giants though, but the Steelers. I am just blessed, and we are all blessed as Steelers fans to have this stable organization and to be world class. Like we refuse to do things because it'll look bad in the media. No lie, like that is the kind of team that we are. And at the same time, we have been one of the better NFL franchises at winning. So it just works out. But like the Giants, they're not that. And so Aaron Rodgers would have went there and took over. If Aaron Rodgers comes to the Steelers, he's not taking over. Like what is he gonna do? Get Mike Tomlin fired? Like there is no way Mike Tomlin. If he was gonna be fired, I think it would have happened by now. Like there is no way Aaron Rodgers would have that pull on the Steelers. You know why? Because Russell Wilson is a little Aaron Rodgersy. And what did we do? We kept the offensive coordinator, we kept Tomlin, we kept the exact same coaches, and then got rid of Russ. Like that is the organization we are. Do not come over here with this like this attitude or whatever. I guess that this attitude that you're going to be changing shit. So once again, Aaron Rodgers, like if he comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, he will have far more success going to a team that's going to hold him down versus him going to a team that he's going to be allowed to just do whatever he wants at this point in his career, because it did not work out with the Jets. And so all of that to say, I'm pissed off that the Giants like had the nerve to try to be in a bidding war with us, and we have no quarterback. Our current quarterbacks are Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson. They just got Jameis, for God's sakes, and they're sitting here talking about, oh, we want Aaron Rodgers. Like, are you kidding me? Anyway, like that is too long of a topic to get on. I apologize, but Mark Cabali here. One word to describe Russell Wilson's time with the Steelers: he was a scapegoat. Maybe, maybe Russell Wilson was a scapegoat, but I just don't think that he was the answer anyway. So I do think that we all fell apart as a team this year for sure. Like it isn't. I'm not completely out on Russ. He did his thing when we were eating as a team. Like everybody just collapsed on the Pittsburgh Steelers last year, and so if he plays good with the Giants, like if he hoops, then he hoops. Like I think it's possible for sure. There's like he's not done, but it just didn't work out. And once again, we're keeping our offensive coordinator, the guy Russell Wilson is beefing with, because we're just that kind of organization. The coordinator that maybe stinks, but we're going to get rid of the player first. We're going to go through 5 different quarterbacks, and we've had Matt Canada for 4 years of it. It's just that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers do at this point. So it is what it is. Russell Wilson, good luck on the Giants. And show me a team that has no clue what it's doing at the most important position in football. You can see in 2023, we had Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, Mason Rudolph. 2024, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Kyle Allen. And now we have Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson. We just cannot seem to get this thing right. 100% quarterback room turnover each year. Like we won't keep anybody. We are Game of Thronesing that one episode at the wedding. I don't want to spoil it, but like that's literally what we are doing with the quarterback position at this point. And like I said, it's very concerning that we haven't found the answer yet. Now we haven't even found a guy to play another year for us. Like this is what it's not, it's going to take a while to find Big Ben again. I understand that. I'm ready for that. But shit, we can't get 2 years out of a guy like that. That is the quarterbacks that we are picking. Like we are that bad at trying to do this that we can't get a guy to play 2 years for us. This is absolutely insane. So we obviously had Justin Fields, right? Which to me has been the best option out of all of the quarterbacks we've had in terms of a guy that like can be the bridge quarterback or whatever. Whatever we're looking for, I think Justin Fields held the most potential at being that guy, right? So you get him in. But previously to signing Justin Fields, you also promised Russell Wilson the job. And no matter what happens, Russell Wilson is going to start. We look really good with Justin Fields. Justin Fields just had his best game, and we moved to Russell Wilson and only really threw Justin Fields out there like 10 times. And every single time it was a run, except for like the one time he didn't and threw like a 60-yard bomb on 3rd and 1, right? That was what we did. That was what we did with Justin Fields when Russell Wilson played. And so and here we are, Russell Wilson is now on the Giants. Like we kind of messed up that whole situation for no reason, because we seen how the season ended. Like Russell Wilson was balling in the middle of it, but it had the same result. Like maybe Justin Fields doesn't make the playoffs or whatever. Like I don't see how you're on that trajectory given what we had seen like in the first 4 games. Like our defense was literally the number 1 defense in the NFL. and Justin, like, he was playing good enough to me. I think maybe we had just lost to the Cowboys, and then like we came back and smoked the Raiders. I think that's how it went. But yeah, like I don't think like you can just automatically assume Justin Fields was going to have this horrible season. So at the very least, we would have got to exactly where we were. And once again, we just promised the job to Russell Wilson. We wouldn't hold back. And also, like, we gave the job to Russell Wilson with Kenny Pickett, like, coming back from injury, trying to give his job back. So it's like, shit, we made a lot of promises with Russell Wilson, and we didn't end up, doing anything with him. And now he's on the New York Giants. So that, to me, is a pretty big flop. I don't, assume we meant for that to happen. We also probably assumed we could keep Justin Fields and get rid of Russell Wilson in this season, but he got an opportunity with the Jets, and now we're trying to get Aaron Rodgers. That is just the quarterback situation for the Steelers, man. Like a TV show, honestly. And lastly, I wanted to talk about this. Now I am a casual, low key, like when it comes to shit like this, but the Steelers 2026 draft picks, because of like the contracts that were signed, these are compensatory picks, and so like we're gonna get a third for Dan Moore. Russell Wilson, depending on how many games he plays, we could get a third, and then Justin Fields in the fourth round. Or depending on how much he plays, how he plays, like we could get a pick for him, and then we're gonna get a six for James Daniels. Like we got a decent amount of capital. 3 third-round picks, if possible, is elite. And also, we have our first, we have our second. If we are in the position of we need a quarterback next year, I swear to God, send every pick at Arch Manning or whoever the top guy is, and actually go and do it, man. Because this, or at least get within range of getting a top guy. Anyways, that is the video, guys. I just wanted to get on here and talk about what a cluster mess the Steelers have made at the quarterback position, and now we're pretty much just locked in on Aaron Rodgers. I'm low-key leaning towards just signing the guy, honestly. Like, I don't think it's that crazy. And maybe in a reality, we actually do. There's like a 1% chance, but I think it could happen. Like, maybe Aaron Rodgers just hoops. Maybe we just decide to break out the funk and we go on and win the Super Bowl. Like, it's not impossible, right, guys? Like, it can't be impossible. Nothing's impossible. The Washington just went to the NFC Championship. Like, it can happen. I know we're stuck in our ways, but we will have to see. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, I'm probably going to upload this really late. I just, I was at work when Russell Wilson signed. I really wanted to talk about it. I make videos about the Steelers all the time. Come with me on this journey. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.